Each day, more than 15 people are killed and more than 1,200 people are injured in crashes that were reported to involve a distracted driver. With the invention of the cell phone, distraction and ultimately disaster is literally at our fingertips. Today I hope to share why you should not text and drive. First, let me define distracted driving. Distracted driving is any activity that could divert a person's attention away from the primary task of driving. In this definition, anything from eating while driving to talking to a passenger while driving is distracted driving. However, distraction.gov says that because texting requires visual, manual, and cognitive attention from the driver, it is by far the most alarming distraction. Not only does texting while driving take your eyes off the road, it takes your mind off the road and your hands off the steering wheel. Over 1/3 of drivers, or 37%, have sent or received text messages while driving, and 18% said they do that regularly. That is a lot of distracted drivers on the road at one time. As I said before, there are a large number of deaths due to car accidents in which cell phone use was a factor. These accidents and deaths could be prevented if the drivers have not been using their cell phones. Some people might think that sending a text is very quick and their eyes will only be off the road for a matter of seconds. But the reality is that for every 6 seconds of drive time, a driver sending or receiving a text message spends 4.6 of those seconds with their eyes off of the road. That's only 1.4 seconds with their eyes actually on the road. A common and understandable belief is that texting or using a cell phone while driving is less dangerous than driving while intoxicated. However, this is not always the case. A study was documented by Car and Driver magazine in which a car was rigged with a red light to tell the driver when to start braking. They then tested the reaction and braking times of a driver while he was unimpaired, legally drunk, reading an email, and finally sending a text. While unimpaired, it took the driver 0.54 seconds to brake. While he was legally drunk, it added 4 feet to his reaction time. While he was reading an email, it added 36 feet. And finally, while he was texting, it added 70 feet. This study shows that texting while driving can be more dangerous than driving while legally drunk. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention reports that in 2009, more than 5,400 people died in crashes that were reported to involve a distracted driver, and about 448,000 people were injured. Among those killed or injured in these crashes, nearly 1,000 deaths and 24,000 injuries included cell phone use as a major distraction, and that does not include those that included cell phone use as a minor distraction or one of many distractions. You can find stories of these victims of the crashes easily online. While reading some of these stories, I came across one about a 6-month-old baby that was killed in an accident caused by a driver who was texting. I've only ever heard stories like this about drunk drivers, but it turns out that texting is just as dangerous and it's taken much more lightly. Taking action is simple. Turn off your phone or put the ringer on silent, and then put your phone down, or better yet, out of reach. Let go of the constant connection to the world and don't be a distracted driver. Then tell your friends and family about the dangers of texting and driving and encourage them to avoid doing so. So before you pick up your phone while you're driving, ask yourself if that phone call or text message is important enough to risk your life and others' lives. If you must make that call or send that text, pull your car over, park it, and then use your phone. Doing this can potentially prevent car accidents and save lives, including your own life. So please don't text and drive.